Okay, today I just got a shipment of 25 chicks, and they were supposed to ship out on Wednesday, which I think they did, and the post office called me first thing Friday morning with them, and I ran up and got them. And when I opened the box, they all seemed very cold to the touch, pretty lethargic. Can you see this little guy? A few of them were already falling over on their backs, and I had 5 dead out of the 25 in the box. And to me, they did not look like they were very peppy and healthy. So I wanted to talk, here's one that looks like he's got some problems and he's about to tip over backwards. And I wanted to talk about what you can do when you get a shipment of chicks and it looks like maybe they got chilled on the shipment or just something wasn't quite right. So the first thing I did was got them under the heat lamp, and I'm going to use a heat lamp. I have heat plates too, but I want to use a heat lamp so I can watch them for a few days, make sure they're eating. When I first put them in, they were just huddled in a bunch, barely moving. And they've been in here about 10 minutes, and as you can see, they're starting to move around. I've got some life, so I'm really, really excited about that. And these are Brahmas and a few Leghorns, which I'm not really seeing many Leghorns in there. So I've got their water, and I put electrolytes in the water right away. I do that anyways. Got their little food pan so they can find feed. When I first put them in there, I didn't even mess with the water because I could tell that they were cold and they were very lethargic, and you don't want to be messing around with them, maybe inhaling water. So I just let them warm up first. So now I'm starting to see some life. So what I'm going to do is use a product called Nutri-Drench. And the ones that seem very lethargic, I'm going to give them some of that, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. But the ones that are moving around, I'm going to get them to their water, which some of them are already finding it. Chicks are good about that. So I'll be right back with the Nutri-Drench. Here is my Nutri-Drench. I love this product. I just get it at Tractor Supply, and I will use that on older birds. I use it on chicks. Make sure you dilute it. It's got directions on the back, but I have heard it can cause some problems if you just give it to it straight, too much of it. So I always dilute it. And with these chicks, what I do is I make it to be like a kind of weak tea looking thing. So I'm going to put about maybe 3 or 4 drops in here. And I've got warm water because you want to do nothing. You want to do room temperature or warmer. I like to just do a little warm water, and I just mix it up in my cup until I'm starting to get it mixed up well. And like I said, that's pretty dark. I want it to be more of a kind of a tea colored kind of consistency. I just want to get enough in them to perk them up. It's got some molasses in it, I know. Enough to perk them up and give them some energy to get through so that they start eating and drinking on their own. So I have this little tiny eyedropper that I use with chicks. The syringes are okay, but what I'm going to do is just drop this on the edge of their mouth, and I have a lot more control over this dropper than I do squirting a syringe. I've had where my syringe accidentally squirts it right down their throat and they breathe it in, and that's pretty much a death sentence for your chicks. So little tiny eyedropper. We're going to go get a chick and see what we can do for them. Okay, I've been watching these chicks now for about 10 minutes or so, and I can see a few, there's one right there, that are not moving. They're just kind of chilling out, and I would assume they're probably struggling because I don't see them running around. I keep seeing the same, especially keep seeing him sit there. So I'm going to start with him. But otherwise, sometimes it just takes them a little bit to get warmed up, and they look like they're doing really good now. I see a lot of activity. These are little light Brahmas. Look at those cute feathered feet. So let's get this little guy right here and see if we can get him up enough to be able to drink. You can see that he's kind of got his eyes open. He's moving around a little bit. Now again, we're not going to squirt this down his throat. The idea is to get it right on the side of his beak. Okay, and I'm just going to put a drop on the side of his beak so that he can drink it himself. Did you see him drink that? And it's not going to take much, but this is just, oh, and he wants it too. So this is very, very good news for him. What I do not want to do is open his mouth. I do not want to get it in his nostril at all. If you do that, you're really going to cause some problems because they're probably going to get pneumonia, and you'll hear clicking when they breathe, and that's not good. But I actually like how this guy looks perked up anyway. So I'm just going to give him a drop or two of that and keep an eye on him. And if you're doing that and putting your electrolytes in, another thing you can do is fry up some scrambled eggs if they're eating well and get a little bit of that protein into them to give them a little extra boost and just keep the temperature even and keep going. And sometimes when you have a hard shipment, you're just going to lose some in the first couple days. And usually a hatchery will take care of that. But with a few simple things, you can maybe give the struggling ones some help. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to us so you don't miss any of our videos. Have a great day.